Hello everyone. This is the second part of the three-part series. Part 2 is Realization of Advaita Vedanta. In this part, I'm going to cover 4 questions. What is meant by realization? What is there to be realized? And can it be realized? And how it can be realized? What is meant by realization? This is my definition of realization. Realization is synonymous or interchangeably used by many people for enlightenment as well, awakening, spiritual awakening, things like that. But this is my definition of realization. Realization is seeing, directly seeing, asking, hearing from Atman. Atman is a Sanskrit word for the self. This is a quotation from Bible, so some of the Bible, I don't remember which, but it says, seeing is believing, and that's absolutely true. This is faith or belief. This is belief in the self, belief in God, whatever you call it. Seeing is believing. Seeing directly with your open eyes during waking hours, not in a dream, not in a sleep, not in a coma, not under influence of some drugs. And it's what is there to be realized. Okay, so here I said seeing, and you see Atman. Atman means a self or soul. So you see yourself, your essence, your fundamental, your ultimate reality. You see yourself. And when you see yourself, you talk to yourself. Not that you talk to yourself during the day in your head. No. This is, you ask, it's a dialogue. You ask a question and you hear back from Atman. That is realization. Another word for Atman is Brahman. And what is Atman? Atman is Brahman. Brahman is Atman. The same thing. What is Atman? Satchit Anand. Peace, consciousness, bliss. I will do a separate video on the nature of Atman. So the third question is, can Atman be realized? The answer is yes, it can be, because there are many people in Advaita history that have realized. Adi Shankaracharya, for example, Ramana Maharshi. Yeah, there are many people who have realized Atman, so it can be realized. And the topic of Atman and Atman are metaphysical. They are beyond this 5 senses. And when you realize Atman, and if you look at the language, those who have realized Atman, they speak in a paradoxical language. For example, even the Upanishad says about Atman that Atman is the nearest of the near and farthest of the farther. Okay. Another word for Atman is Turiya. Some people think that Turiya is a 4th state. It's not a 4th state. There are no such thing as 1 state or 3 states or 4 states. There are no states. There is only Turiya. Turiya is another word for Atman. Turiya is Atman. Atman is Turiya. Turiya in Mandukya Upanishad, Sloka 7, describes as unseen, unattached, ungraspable, indefinable, inconceivable, indescribable, oneself present in all experience, free from the world, silent, pure, Advaitam, or non-dual. That is Turiya. So the word Advaita has been translated as non-dual. When you realize Atman, you cannot say oneness. There is no such thing as oneness or two-ness. There is no such thing as non-duality. There is only Atman. Even these words, these languages cannot describe the truth. The words even Advaita is sufficient to enlighten a person. The word Advaita means unique, unparalleled, something that has not got equal to itself, something that has not got something similar to it. There is no such thing. It's only Atman. It hasn't got an inside and outside. It hasn't got a top and bottom. It hasn't got right and left, front and back. It hasn't got distances such as close and distant. These things do not exist. Time and space do not exist. We are not in time and space. We are time and space. So that's Atman. This is to be realized. And this itself is very metaphysical and beyond language. As the Upanishad said, undescribable. We cannot describe Atman with words. Imagine if human language was a pot that was 1 kg. And Atman was another pot that was 10 kg. It's impossible to fit the 10 kg pot into the 1 kg pot. And all this paradoxical language is because human language cannot understand, cannot describe Atman. And the second thing is, Atman is very simple, very immediate. It's present right now, but we fail to see it. It's like if I was sat next to you, would you know that I was sat next to you? No, because you don't know me. If you knew my name, or after you know my name, that I sat next to you, you know who was sat next to you. And Atman is like that. Until we don't know Atman, we do not recognize it, although we see Atman all the time. We all see it. It's just those who know it, those who don't know it, don't know it. And I have never seen anything simpler, more beautiful, more powerful, easier, closer than Atman. And the last question is, can Atman be realized? Yes, it can be realized. There are many sages that have realized Atman. For example, in modern day, my own Guru Devi, I love her. She's a fully realized human being. Ramana Maharshi is another sage. Ramakrishna is another sage. Swami Vivekananda and all the disciples of Ramakrishna, they were all realized souls. So, how can we realize it? It's by seeking. You're seeking. This seeking is not a seeking that you seek one day and then you leave and forget for many days. No. It's like it's like a man that is drowning in the river and drowning in the sea. There's no hope of saving the person. He is drowned in the sea, day and night. This This seeking is unceasing day and night. Whatever you do, wherever you go, it's with you. It dominates. It occupies your mind. That is that seeking. And then Advaita prescribes Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, hearing, contemplating, and meditating upon the scriptures that deal with Atman, with the topic of Advaita, such as Bhagavad Gita, such as Brahma Sutras, things, those texts. And finally, it is the grace of Atman that achieves realization. It is Atman coming to know Atman. It is the self knowing the self. You don't know yourself. No one can know the self. It is the self that knows the self. There is nothing and no one other than the self that knows the self. So I stop here. If you have questions, please send it to this email, and I will prepare part 3 at some point next week. Thank you.